Good to see you again. So today I'm going to train your chest. Now with these exercises you don't need that much equipment. All you need today is a step, it's over here, and you'll be needing a ball. And Dilara here is going to be your model. She will show you how to do the form correctly. And I'm going to start with the first exercise. So you're going to go on the ground with me. Come on. You will go to the push-up position for me. What I want you to do first is to understand the correct form. There are many forms you can do. I'm going to start with one of the forms I would recommend because you can also target your other muscles, your lats, a little bit of the upper chest, upper shoulders, and also obviously the abs, because that's what it's also meant for. So I'm going to correct her form, try to memorize the form what I'm doing. So she's going to suck in her belly like that, and she's going to rotate her pelvis. Now if you go low in this point, you will feel some pressure in your lower back. Please try to avoid that. You don't want to train your lower back. In fact, it's only pain, strain. It will distract you for the actual exercise. So abs in, a little bit higher, and rotate the chest. You saw that? Make sure you memorize this feeling. Now, you don't want to raise, in this case, elevate the shoulder. This is not a neck muscle training. You're going to bring your shoulders to the back. And if I poke her neck muscles, it's soft. Take a moment. You can go rest for a second. This is one of the features you can use for the posture of a push-up. You can also go wide in the arms or narrow in the arms. Now, I want you to go wide. Is that better for you?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. If that's better for you as well, you can go wide grip and also wide positioning. There are many ways you can do this. Some will say this is very bad for the shoulders. It's true if you elevate the shoulder, if you move your head like that, then it's very bad. If you keep it depressed, shoulders towards the hips, then you can go wide. Otherwise, you can just bring the elbows to the back. But then again, you also tend to protract much more and elevate the shoulders higher. So try to please pay attention on your form. If you don't know how to do the form, do it in front of a mirror and do up and down with the motion, and so you can recognize the feeling of what's up and what's down, and then you can do it by heart. Let's go again, the same position I just did. I'm not going to correct you now, try to find the form yourself. So notice the rounding of the spine, abs are in, shoulders are in. Okay. The simple push-up is you try to go down with the head. You must stay with the chest, but you will start arching your back. You go down with the head as low as you can go. And bend the arms for me out, elbows go wide, and elbows go in. Notice she's going with her head, so that's what I want you to do as well. Go down with your head, and the entire body will go up and down together. Do a couple more for me. You can speed up without actually speeding up. What you do is, instead of thinking of, I'm going to go up, no, don't go up. You press the ground down with the palm of your hand and the toes. So as you go up, press the earth down. Go down, and as you go up, press the earth down. Oh, she's getting tired. And take a break. By pressing the earth down, you're pushing force on the ground. Obviously, the earth will not move, so which means the earth will push you up. Newton's third law, action equals reaction. If you notice it's a bit too hard for you to go up and down, then you can try to regress by putting some elevation on your arms. Now, you might feel some strain on your wrist, so because you're putting all the weight on your arms. Now, obviously, you haven't done this so often, so you can feel it. So what you can do is put your arms on the palm of the hand here and the fingers down. By doing that, the angle of degree of pressure in your wrist decreases. So what you do is bring it here, and you can do the push-up. It feels much more comfortable. So let's give it a try together. Go on, Dilara. Before you start, position the body. Abs in, hips rotated. Abs in, hips rotated. Shoulders down, and bring the elbows out. As you go down with the head, now it's a bit lighter. So in order to make it more difficult, in that regress model, go deeper or go faster. Make sure you always keep breathing. Let's go, Dilara. Keep breathing. There's no inhale up and exhale down. It's continuous breathing pace. You just want to keep yourself relaxed. Reduce the heartbeat. There's a question, when do you stop? Continue for me. Let's see if together when we should stop with her. Notice she's starting to arch her back. And stop. You also notice she's trying to move her head. So if you're making a video of yourself or there's a mirror in front of you, you try to move up and down, you notice, oh, I'm moving my neck, I'm moving my head, I'm starting to arch your back. Did you feel your lower back a little bit?
Yes.
So which is important, you have to always be cognitively aware of what you are doing. If you feel your lower back, which means you're starting to arch, you're losing the drop, you're losing the elevation in the butt. The abs tension is also decreasing. So when you feel that, you stop. Now it's easy to say, I want you to do 10 reps and 2 sets of that, but after the first set, after 4 reps, you start to lose the correct form and technique, there's no point of continuing, even though if you feel physically able to do that. Now, let's say this went well. You want to do a different exercise. Let's say you want to work on the inside part of the chest. Now we can implement the chest flyer technique, which is with the bodybuilding. You take a dumbbell, you're going to bring it in and out. You can implement that with your own body weight, a very simple way. I'm going to rotate it like that, 9 degrees. Now, just like a flyer, you're supposed to squeeze the arms in. Now, if you just only do this, this is boring. Let's say you want to do push-ups. You want to work on the triceps. You want to work on the shoulders. You want to work on the upper part of the chest, the lower part of the chest. Also keep the abs engaged. What you do is, as you go up and down on the box, on the side, you try to squeeze the box in towards each other. So in while you're doing the push-up. Now, the good thing about this exercise is you won't feel the pain strain in your wrist because you put the palm here, fingers there, it's lighter. The problem with this is it's elevated, which is slightly easier, but also you tend to arch your back. So I want you to show exactly how you're supposed to not to arch your back. Go on that. All right, find your position. Again, before you start, position the body first. Abs in, hips rotated, shoulders down, bring the elbows out. As you go up, you squeeze your hands in. As you go up, you squeeze the hand in and you keep pressing up. And of course, again, keep breathing. Continuous breathing pace. No inhale, exhale as you go up and down, just keep going. There's no rule when you breathe in, breathe out. Just keep the body pressure, the compression, keep it to a minimum. Keep it going. Now let's see if you notice she's making technical error or not. Do you see it now? If you look closely, you can see she's arching her back now, which means fatigue. Her abs are getting tired, her arms are getting tired. She will start compensating. Notice her head is moving, you may stop. The same goes with you. If you're moving differently than supposed to be, you have to stop. She could continue. You could see she could continue, which means same for you. You could continue, but you have to stop with the technical correct. All right, how did it go?
Good.
Yeah? This one is very tricky. You really have to squeeze the arms in. If you don't feel the squeeze in the arm in this side, on the inner part of the chest, you don't feel it here, burning sensation, which means you're not squeezing enough. This is a hard one because you're so focused on pressing yourself up, you forget to squeeze in. So what you want to feel is a sensation here. You will also try to probably feel a little bit of bicep because what you're doing right now, you bring the arms in, your biceps are doing this slightly. Also some shoulders. If you feel the neck muscles, which means you're again elevating the shoulders, you don't want that. If you feel the abs, which is fine, you can feel the abs. You can also feel the legs because technically you're doing this with the legs on the ground. Since the ground doesn't move, you end up being straight. All right, the last one mentally is very challenging, the ball, a bouncy ball. The bigger the ball, the harder to squeeze in. The smaller the ball, the easier it is to squeeze in. So the size of the ball can make it challenging for you. In this case, for you, I only have one size, so you have to make it do. What I want you to do, I want you to squeeze the ball in just like that. You can choose to squeeze the ball with your hands or make it slightly easier and use your lats from the elbows. So try to squeeze the ball in with this region. Many times, as a trainer, I see people doing this exercise, and you know, when the labor increases, the intensity increases, you're getting tired, you're starting to close your eyes, or clench your teeth, or try to look up, or in fact, even do this, or compensate. These are forms of, fatigue and tiredness. You want to be fully aware of the motion. So for you, when you're squeezing, as soon as you're feeling tired, notice yourself, feel if you're doing it correctly or not. Are you leaning to the back? Are you raising the shoulders or not? Try to feel it out. So be extra alert. Grab the ball. The hard version is arms straight. The easy version is arms bent, or in this case, from the lats. Okay, choose a side, choose a form. Okay, so from here, shoulders down, shoulders down. I want you to suck in the belly, abs in. Bring the body slightly to the front. Notice this. I want you to squat down slightly. That's that. Now you're more braced. Okay. Now squeeze it in and just hold it in. A static force. Static is always more difficult than dynamic because you pull and relax. You pull in and you relax. Static is constant pressure. Feel it? You can see a little bit the ball is shaping. That's your form. That's your goal. You want to deform the ball. And take a moment, rest. Good. There are many ways you can do this. Let's say you want to work on the upper part of the chest. Then you bring your arms a bit higher. I want you to do the same exercise. So now, I want you to squat down, bring your arms higher, and squeeze it in. Also notice you will feel the shoulders, a little bit on the front side, on this side. So again, you're working on the upper chest. Take the ball. Now again, do you want to make it more difficult? Arms straight. You want to make it easier? Bend the arms. The higher the arms, the more you can get elevation in the upper part of the chest. Squat down and squeeze it in. The good thing of the exercise is also multidisciplinary. Right now you can target your back muscles because right now this is tight. Everything is tight. As she's moving to the back, she's compensating with the front, with the abs. You okay? And go down. Have you noticed the ball was deforming or not at all? Which means fatigue. Now if you notice yourself, you're training and you cannot deform the ball that much as you want to be, because you can really deform it, you can use your elbows. So let's do the same exercise with elbows, either up or either lower, so you can work on the lower part of the chest. Also aesthetic-wise, you get this nice chainsaw chest, we call it. And the good thing is you didn't use any equipment. Also safer, by the way. Here we go. Try to use your elbow. So you're gonna work on this side of the elbow. Pull it in from the elbows. Now right now you're using your hands. I want you to put your elbow in it. There we go. Okay, let's do it together. Ready? Press the elbows in against the ball. Basically, you don't need your hands at all because you're only using your elbows. Squeeze as hard as you can from the elbows. If you look closely, the ball would deform a little bit more because you have more strength. The problem with such a big ball is it's so big your hands will not fit on it. So if you have a too big ball, there's no space left for you. So try to find a small ball. And take a break. Good. How did it go? Good. Good. So there are so many ways you can work on the chest. These were 3 simple beginner chest exercises which can also make it more difficult by adding certain adjustments on the ball, on the positioning, on the elevation. So even such a simple exercise as beginner can become more difficult. But the key line is technical efficiency. You stop when you have technical failure. Doesn't matter how physically you're capable of doing this. If you lose the form, you stop. Safety first. Thanks for watching.